Hello, it's Tess from State Library Victoria, and in this afternoon activity we will be making pop-up cards. For this activity you're going to need 2 pieces of A4 paper, one a regular piece of paper and one some card, so that's about 200 GSM if you're looking for it in the shops. You are going to need maybe like a magazine that you can cut up, some scrap paper that you can cut up, some scissors, a black pen, a glue stick and some blue tack, and some paints. I'm going to use water paints and some brushes. The first thing you need to do is get your regular piece of paper and your thicker paper, the card, and we're going to fold them in half like this. And then we're going to cut them in half. I want to have one regular piece of paper and the thicker paper together, and now I've got exactly what I need, and I've got another set for my second card. Now I'm going to fold them in half again. What I really want is to have some variety. If you've got different coloured paper or different coloured card at home, that's really good. You can mix and match your colours. I don't have much different coloured paper at home, so what I'm going to do instead is paint these with some watercolours. And I actually think I have a theme in mind. I'm going to do an underwater card. Okay, my underwater card is underway. I've got my blue background and I painted the regular piece of paper, some nice corally underwater colours. So at the moment, my card and my regular piece of paper are the same size, but I want a little border in there. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to fold my piece of paper and then I'm going to cut it so it's slightly smaller. So now, when I put it inside my card, there should be a nice blue border that appears, like this. Now for the really interesting bit where we make the most important part of our pop-up card. We get our piece of paper and we fold it in half. We draw a line down the middle, and then closest to the fold, we find the middle again and draw another line. And now I'm going to make some cuts. I'm going to make my first cuts here. Now I'm going to do some smaller cuts. This time I've marked my cuts up to the shorter line. So I should have 3 long cuts and 2 little short ones. And what we need to do is poke through the cuts that we made. We push it through and we bend it down here and we bend it up here, and then we find that middle crease that we had and we bend it out. So it ends up making a little square. I'll show you again on this side. So I'm going to push it out to here. Push it out to here and push, bend out again and make another square. So we need to do that with all the little cuts that we made. There we go. I've got all my cuts sticking out now. And if I've done it right, when I close my card, they should squish closed. Here we go. Yes, it worked. I'm thinking about the top here, and I want it to look a little bit more interesting. Yep, that's going to look really good. Now I can glue it in. I'm going to start by just gluing this side really carefully, and then I'll glue the other side once I've put it in. It's best to glue it when it's shut. Here we go. So I'm going to put in this side first. And I'm going to make sure that my creases match up. Now I'll do the other side. And this time I can just flip it shut. Woohoo! I'm ready to put my underwater card together now, and I've got Quinn to help me with some of the drawing. What have you drawn, Quinn?
I've drawn a jellyfish, a winkle, which is a type of snail that lives undersea, and a shark.
Cool. All done with your cutting?
Yeah.
Now we can put things onto our card. Have a think about what's best to go into the foreground, that's the front part, what's good to go into the background, and then what you can fit on these little pop-ups, which I guess is the middle ground. Use some blue tack, and that way you can position things, and then if you think, oh, maybe that would look better on the other side, you can take it off. Another important tip with your pop-up card is where to place your pictures on the pop-up stands. So if you want your card to shut so it can fit in an envelope, try and make sure that none of them are sticking out too much. But if you don't have to put it in an envelope, they can stick out as much as they want. Have a go at arranging your pop-up card. Quinn and I have finished our arranging. So now we're going to remove all the blue tack and start gluing the pieces on where we've positioned them. So I've almost finished my card now. I've added some decorative bits over here using some of the scrap pieces of paper, but I can also see some bits in my card where I could add some more colour. There's so much fun to be had making these simple but effective pop-up cards, and they go beautifully with any gifts you might have for some of your loved ones. I hope you have fun making pop-up cards this crafternoon. Bye!